Let's start taking a look at the brainstorming process with what I call the self-questionnaire stage. Here, we are going to construct interesting questions to ask ourselves, answer those questions without any expectations, and create follow-up questions based on our answers. You'll need a standard notebook, a pen or pencil, and something with which to time yourself. If you need to, pause the video now and return once you have these materials on hand. Good. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to forget that you are trying to write a college application personal statement. Having so large a goal in mind as getting into the college of my dreams is a difficult point from which to start any kind of writing. What we are aiming for is open, honest writing that feels natural. So instead, I want you to have some fun with the exercise and to remember that there is no right or wrong way of doing it. The only goal is to get words down onto the page. Worrying about quality, interestingness, narrative, or even spelling and grammar can all come later. Now, let's put on our interviewing hats. Consider this the prep phase, where all we are doing is preparing questions for our subject, you, to later answer. How do we construct open-ended questions that can lead to interesting answers? A good starting point are the 6 journalistic questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. In our notebook, I want you to come up with 2 such questions for each of these categories, making them as straightforward or left field as you desire. For example, a straightforward how question may read, how does the neighborhood you grew up in affect who you are today? And a left field what question can read, what important skills and strategies would make you an invaluable member of any zombie survival team? Also note that a secondary why question can often be tacked onto the end of any other type, such as who would you want to give advice amongst the past US presidents and why? Now that we have the gist of it, let's spend the next few moments composing our questions in our notebooks. Write 2 questions per category and 1 question per page, making for a total of 12 questions across 12 pages. We'll use the remaining space on each page for our following answers. But do not start answering the questions. Our goal now and always is to break up the task into separate parts. So the only thing I want you thinking about here is question construction. Lastly, remember, if a question can be answered with yes or no, then it is not truly an open-ended one. Come up with questions that are going to require some explanation and that leave room to riff if you so choose. It doesn't matter if this takes you 5 minutes or 1 hour, but whenever you are done, I'll see you at the next stage. Let's get started.